Greetings, Carl here. So I'm going to walk you through another one of my sketches and essays from the new book. This is one of my all-time favorites. It's called Scary Market Hugs. And I'm actually got the thing right here because I want to read you this essay. Scary Market Hugs. If you're worried about the stock market, find someone to give you a hug. That's right, a hug. When markets are scary, everyone yells that you should be doing something. In those moments, it's normal to be scared. When everyone around you is panicking, your brain screams, do something. You don't need someone to spray you with facts and figures about long-term stock market returns. You need someone to listen, someone to acknowledge your fear. What you need is a hug. In a scary market, when tempted to act irrationally, we don't need someone to try to reason with us. It doesn't work. Don't believe me? Try it with a teenager. First, a hug. Then once the fear subsides and your breathing steadies, we can discuss your carefully designed portfolio. Then we can revisit your goals and your values and the evidence supporting the idea that you should just stay invested. But first, a hug. I promise it will help. What I was trying to point out here is often when markets get scary, we just want to, markets get scary, we feel like we need to do something. In that moment of wanting to do something, that's completely normal hardwiring, completely normal. But it is irrational. It might be normal, but it's irrational to blow out of an incredibly well-designed long-term portfolio because of something temporarily scary on the news, right? Like that's when we're thinking clearly, we'll look back at that and say, if we do it, we'll look back at that and say that was a big mistake. I've seen this over and over and over. But when you're feeling like doing something irrational, the last thing you need is someone to try to reason with you. And again, I said this in the essay, like, if you don't believe me, like try that with a teenager. It doesn't work, right? So first we need to be heard and understood first, then maybe and by the way, the last thing we need is a lecture. And I wrote this piece originally because I noticed this on back when we had the good old days of Twitter. I noticed that somebody would post something about being a non-advisor human would post something about being scared or the stock market. Have you seen it? Are we going to do something? And then I would see a bunch of advisors sort of pile in like, that is so silly. Don't do it here. Haven't you seen long-term stock returns? Like there was a smugness. There was a smugness that got kind of pervasive in the financial media that was sort of like pointing at all of us humans when we feel like doing something and saying, that's kind of silly. Look at that silly human behaving silly. Nobody needs lectures. Nobody needs finger pointing, right? And in the moment of that fear, we don't even need facts and figures. We just need to be heard. And I'm using a hug as a metaphor for that. Like we just need a hug. And then, like once you settle down, once our breathing steadies, I said in the piece, then we can talk about the data and evidence and the science, all the important, that stuff's incredibly important. It's just not in the right order. That's what this piece was about. Scary Markets Hugs. I hope you love that. That is essay number 65, essay and sketch number 65 out of 101 in the new book, Your Money, Reimagining Wealth Through 101 Simple Sketches. I think you'll love it. If you'd like to see more, just email hello@behaviorgap.com. Email me at hello@behaviorgap.com and just include in the subject line, friend of Carl excerpt, and we will send you an amazing, beautifully designed excerpt of the book. I'm so excited. Here's why I'm excited. I want more conversations. Like, please use the excerpt, print it out, hand it to people. Like, let's talk about this. What do you think of when you see this? More conversations about money. That's the whole goal of my work in this book, is more conversations about money. So let's have them. Cheers, my friends.